Welcome to Flow Design Architects, a company that works with you and for you.
So we're here at the last question here. We'll have a Q&A right after. To wrap this off, if you can reflect on your journey and maybe provide some words of wisdom to this crowd, to everybody out there, to the entrepreneurial spirit, some words of wisdom.
I mean, I've been thinking a lot about the advice I should give, but I think the first advice should be to following that passion, actually stay in the course, right? Stay in the path. Because a lot of dreams die right there, right? Mine could have died, to be honest. When I asked back in 2008, and I said, well, I'm gonna go to architecture school, my grandma said, there are no architects in mi familia. There's nobody. Oh, your cousin there, look, he's not even doing architecture anymore. And she was like, do computer science, like do computers, you know. And I didn't. I said I was, and I didn't. I stayed in architecture. So that was like, you know what, there are no more in the family, well, I'm gonna be the first one. So first stay in that path. That's because that's it. If not, then it's done. But then the other advice after you've been able to do that, because when you start a business, sometimes you don't know where it's going, you don't know what you're doing. Oftentimes you don't know where, I still think I don't know what I'm doing. So, but like if you stay long enough, there are things that become catchy and pop over time. Like if you stay at it long enough, eventually it's going to have to take off, right? That's it. There's no way out. Like I don't even know how to quit my own company. You can't get out. So you have to keep on going and be very organized and methodical, right? Like be a sponge for knowledge. Listen to everybody. Some people in my family say, well, you don't listen. It's like, well, if I would have listened to grandma, this wouldn't be here. Because it looks like I don't. Whoever is recording, it looks like I'm not listening. It really does. It really does. But because I listen and I know where they're coming from, right? And I'm like, the gift was given to me from God. It wasn't given to you. So that's really it. The only one that can understand this language of this business, of this idea, is me. So we put our souls into our business. Me and Marcos have put our lives into it. So being very thorough, very organized. She used the term a baby, and I use it a lot. And I'm like, me and Marco Severino have a baby, right? And every time we ran payroll from 2017 to now on Friday, every other week, we would raise a cup and be like, we did it again. Because it was scary. There were times that we didn't know what we were gonna make it. It's like we were like, oh my gosh. And I think about Julio, Adela, I think about all other kids, I think about Oliver, I think about DJ, Emily, and Aviana. I know all of everybody's name within their families and their grandmas, and I'm like, I care about all of their names, I care about them. So when you see that the organization is bigger than yourself, you're gonna find ways, and you're gonna find connections and create all of those connections. Like everybody should be sharing all of their Instagram, by the way, Flow Design Architects, and their YouTube channel, Flow Design Architects. No, for real, because if you don't create those connections, like I'm already gonna talk to you about something, right? I'm already gonna talk to them about something. I already emailed her, by the way. Literally, I emailed her, check your email. Because honestly, that curiosity, that resilience, right? That desire to continue every day is gonna keep you. So when it comes to capital, we are hard workers already, right? But we need to be smart workers. And although we're from another place, education in finances is not something a lot of people get, even here. Doesn't matter their color. They're not getting it. It's like just the rich dad and poor dad thing, but most people don't get it. So, if you understand what comes in, what comes out, don't get bling blings, don't get a Range Rover, although I did, don't, you know what I mean? So really make sure that you don't start doing stupid things, right. Exactly. Think the business is bigger than yourself, right? And that will keep you there. Right?
I use a Honda Civic.
He's good on gas though.
Well, I'm changing the pipeline. I have to drive Sunday, so they asked me, what do you do for work? I'm glad you asked.
Thank you for watching.